Hey everyone, it's Andrew and welcome back to the channel. You're probably watching this on your iPhone and I imagine you clicked on it because you can't decide which case to get. So today we're going to compare all three cases that Apple makes and see which one you should get. So I have the iPhone 14 Pro and Apple offers three cases. You get a clear case, which I know is a bit controversial. Some people love it and some people hate it. You've got the silicone case, which just has really nice poppy colors, and the leather case, which is a little bit more expensive, but definitely a fan favorite. Let's start with the clear case first though. Obviously the case is clear. On the back, it's got a white cutout so you can see where to put your MagSafe accessory. You have a power button, and on the other side you have the volume up and volume down switch and a cutout for silent mode. And on the bottom you have a chin that's completely open, nothing covers your speakers or the charging port, and this is actually different from the other two cases that we'll talk about in a bit. In my opinion, it's a little bit more susceptible to crack if you were to drop your phone, so keep that in mind. Now, on the back you have a raised camera bump, and this is pretty much the same on all of the different cases, but the camera for the iPhone 14 Pro, for example, got a lot bigger and it's pretty raised. But the case does a good job of protecting it and covering it. It's big enough so that if you lay your camera face down on a table or a desk, you're not going to scratch your camera. A big question is always, will it yellow over time? And no, it does not. And I've had several people, not just in my experience, but tell me that it doesn't yellow, which is really important. The material is kind of like a hard shell. It's not like those gel-like materials, it's more plasticky, which I do prefer the plastic feeling. It's not the grippiest case, but over time you do get used to it, and you're going to be paying $49 for this. All right, let's talk about the silicone case. So you pretty much have the same button cutouts as I said with the clear case, volume, everything's the same. So get that out of the way. And then you have the charging port, which is actually covered this time. It covers the charging port and where the speakers are, and you get a little bit more comfort and peace of mind if you were to drop it. And on the back, you do have the classic Apple logo, which you didn't get on the clear case because it's clear. And this will vary depending on the color that you pick. So you can see here I have Storm Blue, and the Apple logo is a little bit of a different shade of blue. I'm not sure that Storm Blue is the best color option. I think it looks pretty nice. And in fact, they all look pretty nice in my opinion. But if you're not sure and you're really on the fence, just go to the Apple store, check one out. But if you're not close to an Apple store and you're not sure what to do, just buy both and return the one that you don't like. That's a really good option. Now, the closer you look, you do start to see even more differences. It has a velvet-like material to avoid scratching the bezels, and that's something to note. Just really quick, going back to the clear case, the phone bezels will get scratched. I come from experience, I've seen this. It's unfortunate, so keep that in mind. You really just have to clean it every couple days, every week. And this case, like the clear case, is also $49. The material is rubbery, so you definitely get a good grip when you're holding it. And I've heard a lot of people online chatter about how after a couple months, even weeks, the sides rip off. And I'm not sure what they're doing. Maybe they're just dropping it. Maybe they work in some sort of job that requires them to be outside, maybe construction or something like that, and it's ripped off. In my experience, I've never had any problems with any of my cases. I even have had this case for a year now. It's on my iPhone 13 Pro, which I actually do use daily because of my YouTube channel, and there's no ripping at all. I put it on and off every day from my tripod, and to me, it's still holding up great. And lastly, but certainly not least, we have the leather case. Out of the bunch, this is the most expensive at $59, and there's a good reason why. It's leather. It makes sense. The material is premium. It feels expensive. It feels like it deserves to be on a Pro or Pro Max model. And those products are expensive. They have an elegant and kind of jewelry-like feeling and taste to it. And just slapping on like a random $5 case kind of just puts it down, in my opinion. If you're already spending your money, might as well put something really premium on it, and that would be the leather case. Now, the build is the exact same structure as the silicone case, like the exact same. The only difference is the Apple logo on the back is more like indented. It's probably like laser cut, so it just kind of like, if you rub it over your hand, you can feel it and you can see it, but it's not like actually a different color or anything. And if you do drop this case, in my experience, it can scratch, it can't even rip. Like, these are all great cases, but they all certainly have their flaws. So I posted on Twitter the other day just asking people, out of these 3 cases, not the colors specifically, but more of just the type of case, which was their favorite, and the decision was kind of split. To be honest, everyone was pretty positive about all the cases. You got some people that love the clear, the leather, and the silicone case. Some like them all, but nonetheless, most people were positive. There was a couple people that didn't like it, but they probably just had a not so great experience with it. Now, which one would I choose? I bought them all because I like them. But if you only had the money, like if I only had the money to choose only one case, and I'm keeping this for the next 2 or 3 years, in my opinion, I would always go with the leather case. It's not to say the clear case or the silicone case is bad, and if you have one, that's great. I have them too. I like them too. They're amazing. The look, the style, all of them are great. But overall, I would say the leather case just has a great patina over time. It looks nice, it feels premium, and it's the case that I've had pretty much since the iPhone 11 Pro. So my experience of having the leather case year after year for the last 4 years, it's always my go-to case. Even after becoming a YouTuber and getting cases from other companies, nothing compares for me to this case. Now, if you're really not sure about like which color to get and stuff like that, I would hold out potentially, just wait a little bit longer. Apple may have a spring event where they'll probably announce a new iPhone color and they'll probably announce new case colors. Now, if you end up liking any of these cases and you want to buy them, you can always go to Apple's website, or to help my channel out, you can click on the affiliate link that's in the description. So I read all your comments and I'll respond back to pretty much all of them, even the trolls. And what would help is if you have one of these cases, comment below what your experience has been, and it can help others make a great decision so that they don't waste their money and they buy a case that's really good. So I really like the Umber case, and if you like that, check out this full review of it right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.